Bing boing bing. Everybody has a story to tell with Toddy One Skip. Hey guys. So everybody has a story to tell with Toddy One Skip. I am Toddy One Skip. Thank you, as always, for allowing me to be part of your day. So before I jump in the shower, I wanted to reach out to you guys and say one, yeah, I have a behind the scenes video that now has 2 videos added to it, and I'll be working on editing that today. I do have a personal life. I know a lot of you know that. Um, so I'm dealing with some stuff in my personal life that I really didn't want to bring here, but unfortunately, I woke up to 7 messages, and 2 from people that I really, really respect, and 5 from, I guess, subscribers of Kathy's and maybe subscribers of mine. When people write, I don't always know what their name is in, you know, their YouTube channel. So I'll get emails where I don't know. And maybe that's a good thing. That might be a good thing. Here's the thing. How can 7 people be telling the same thing? You know, YouTube is a huge platform for everybody, not for one person, not for one type of thought. No, it's for everybody. And if you can't understand that it's for everybody, maybe you shouldn't be part of YouTube. Okay. I've taken jabs from people, and I've heard jabs to people, and I've given jabs to people. I have done. I definitely have done. So I'm not a saint in this. I'm going to stand up for myself, and I get that. And I get everybody standing up for themselves. However, bullying, harassing, threatening, no, 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 that's not okay. Who does that? Who does that? And then call themselves a decent person. When somebody has somebody on their channel, if it has nothing to do with you, if it's nothing that you want, leave it alone. Don't watch it. Don't watch it. I don't care. I'm going to speak for me. I don't care that you guys came on and challenged me constructively about Justin. I don't care about that. That's fine. That's healthy. That's healthy. But when you make blanket statements, or you try to throw my character in there because I've given somebody the benefit of the doubt that doesn't know the Whittaker's a damn dime. I gave Patrick the benefit of the doubt. People love that. People that love Patrick. Those that didn't love Patrick didn't love that I did that. That's okay. It's my channel. If you didn't want to watch that, don't. It's the same thing with everybody. With everybody. I don't know Kathy. I don't to like her. I don't have to dislike her. Let me be fully transparent here. I believe that it was Kathy that she and I did a video around the same time together, more or less. And this is just from my understanding, this is my point of view. Okay. And the way that I remember it. uh Kathy did a video on Patrick's house, and had something to do with, I think, Jason Whittaker. And from that video, I got the impression that she was kind of throwing Patrick in with the type of person Jason Whittaker is. Now, Jason Whittaker is an SO. Patrick's not that. I've never accused Patrick of that. I do not think Patrick is that. And I thought that that was wrong. And the only thing that they had in common that I saw was a house. So when I saw Kathy's video, I tried to correct that from what I saw. I didn't say take her video down. I didn't say that video is slander. I didn't say anything except for the fact that how could you do that? And then if I remember correctly, and again, I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but these are events that had happened. Anyway, the next thing I knew, Kathy had put up a video of me as a bird with my hair. Okay. And, I didn't think that was nice. And I said that I like my hair. And to me, that was the end of it. I had spoken to a content creator on the side, and they had asked me what I had thought about Kathy. And I said, listen, I think she does great work. But just heads up, this is what she did to me. Go into it any which way you want. And I just explained, about the video with the bird video of me, that looked like a bird. And that was it. Now, I continued to watch Kathy because Kathy still had really good information. If she thought I looked like a bird or she wanted to make fun of my hair, I don't care, man. This is what's going to happen, especially when you're going to show your face out there. Whether people love your face or don't love your face, if there is an issue, they're going to do whatever they're going to do. I didn't even really hold that against Kathy. You know what I'm saying? I don't know Kathy. I've watched Kathy more and more now because she puts out a lot of information that I find to be really good information. And now I've seen Kathy has a really dry sense of humor. She could be sarcastic. And Kathy is now just like me and everybody else that has started a YouTube channel. All right, thanks. Bye. Yeah, so I'm sorry, I just got a phone call and I kind of lost my little train of thought here, so I'm sorry about that. But I don't understand why people get so upset. It reminds me of people fighting viciously over football teams or basketball teams or baseball teams. Why do you think there's more than one fucking team, people? Listen, I know some people enjoy the drama that goes on between content creators and such. I heard the video. I heard the video that Kathy put out. Somebody sent me that. I just saw that. I just saw that. And wow. Wow. So here's what I have to say to Kathy. Kathy, I've just experienced this and dealing with it on my other channel. And I have a bunch of content creators that have entrusted me with putting a case together, which we have done. And it has to do with it has to do with the Gypsy Rose folks. And some of them have actually felt the wrath of that. And that's not me threatening. That's just the way things are going. And some of them have yet to feel the wrath, but it's going to be because I know what I did to get the case rolling, and I have no problem sharing that information with Kathy. Because sometimes when you go to the police or the law enforcement, I know you're saying it's the same thing, but nope. The regular local law enforcement and the state police, two different things, and they'll tell you you need to go to the state police. You need to get a case number, and they will give you a case number. If they say, listen, you're a public figure and you should deal with that, you need to turn around and say to them, okay, that's fine. I need a case number because I'm moving it forward into cyber stalking and bullying and threatening and harassment. And there's a whole thing online you can do. And then one step more that you can do, which I'll share with you, Kathy, or anybody that might be being bullied like that, because it goes into not just one charge, just two charges. There's felony and federal charges. There's a lot to this. And yeah, that's not okay. You don't behave like that and expect people Kathy and I are I bet you she said she was a senior. I don't know. She's always sounded like somebody that she's always sounded a little like Lady K to me. The two of them kind of have that raspy voice, and they sound like one of my really, really good friends. Can't tell how old somebody is with their voice, but Kathy said she's a senior. Certain states actually, yes, they do, and they're serious about that, all because somebody said something on their channel, all because somebody interviewed somebody that somebody else didn't want to interview, or at least when they did interview them, they shut them down. Like, seriously? This is over an old man? This is being butthurt is what this is ridiculous. Absolutely. To put yourself in jeopardy. I don't know anything about these content creators, but I do know that if you've been in trouble with the law and you've done this and you get that case number and you put in that the thing about the cyber stalking, the bullying and all of that threatening stuff online, and then you complain to YouTube with all that information, are you serious? Is it worth it? Let me ask you a question as I think about this and get more and more pissed off. Why the fuck would anybody tell anybody to go after a senior woman, even if she wasn't a woman with an opinion? With an opinion. You know, Lady K didn't like it so much when Watson Family Channel, and we all supported her. Why is this is more serious in my opinion. You know, I'm going to watch the video that AD put up after my thing today. I'm going to court about my thing today. And I wasn't going to put that out there, but it's too late for anybody to do a damn thing about it if they even tried to do something about it. Yeah, I'm going for my court thing today because of this bullshit that's going on online and how it affected my job and all of that. Yeah, that's what's being done for me today. So I have no problem helping somebody who was attacked or their life made to be hard because they had an opinion. That's not okay. And those people that support it, you're here for drama. So that's not what this channel is about. And let me tell you, let me tell you this. This is what I learned. I know that 100% of the people will say, I don't want the drama. I don't want the drama. 50% of them are glued to the drama. The problem is they don't want to admit that they like the drama. You know why? Because it's a bad look. If it's a bad look, why behave like that? This isn't a war over content creators. This was about trying to get to the truth. And though some of you, and I'm going to take responsibility for Justin, okay? Some of you want to beat up on an old man and call him a liar about this, a liar about that. Okay, yeah, 30 years ago, Justin filed bankruptcy. He told me the story about that. I chose to believe him. Show me where he hasn't paid a bill now because somebody's looking him up. I know that because I'm in contact with that person who was looking him up. There was stuff that Justin shared with us that was 100% spot on. The guitar, spot on. The truck payment, spot on. You know how I know? Because he wasn't the only one asked for money when it came to the truck. That's how I know. And I'm not going to give you my sources so that you can go pick up on other women. They're part of his hoochie crew. Patrick's shit. I don't know how many people Patrick asked for money, but 4 of them reached out to me after Justin's thing and said, you can't say nothing, but he asked me, you know, I know that that's true about this, and I know that that's true, but you can't say anything. And I'm not trying to mock anybody who's a Patrick fan. I understand why you're afraid to say something because you're afraid of the other girls picking on you or Patrick maybe doing something. That's the common thread here. Can I tell you? It's not that they're afraid of Patrick hurting them. They're afraid of Patrick doing something to himself. That's manipulation. Let me tell you something. If he was going to do something to himself, he wouldn't be taking people's money and enhancing his life. He likes himself too much to do himself in, and I don't think he should do himself in. I thought for $7,000 he could clear his name and have a bright future, but you can't when you ain't so bright. There were two things that Patrick said that he didn't follow through with or that were some sort of misunderstanding or something, and I gave him the benefit of the doubt. I asked him point blank, BJ hit on any of it? Absolutely not. BJ didn't do that. So, okay, but we see videos of you saying that. Can you just tell us why? I mean, why? I'm an open book. I'm an open book. Okay, can you just tell us why? Nope, can't answer that. Yeah, I'm gonna give them their money. I'm gonna go ahead and give them their money. Let me show you that I have their money. Because if people were saying Patrick didn't have the money, and then Patrick showed me. He did. And I destroyed it because I promised him I wouldn't share it. And if I had it now, I still wouldn't share it. Because, see, my character is good regardless of who I'm talking to. It stays the same. It doesn't change because I have this person on my channel or that person on my channel. It just stays the same. AD got beat up. I don't even think he got beat up. But people thought, oh, you wimped out. You should have done this. You should have done that. And I stood back here and I said, hey, guys, you know, you don't know what that's like to be up there and having, you know, you're trying to keep up with this, you're trying to keep up with that. That's showing somebody grace. That's giving somebody the benefit of the doubt. But I can't co-sign anybody that is going to bully a content creator. Anybody can have anybody on their channel. I don't have to like Kathy to tell you, Kathy, I'm telling you, reach out to me because this behavior is not okay. I don't know if you're new to YouTube, but I unfortunately have been around the block, and if you stay on YouTube, you're gonna be around the block a few times too. Um, Reach out to me, and I could help you if you want, tell you how to go about this, okay? Because there were some mistakes that I made, and I've learned those mistakes when it comes to what to file, what not to file, and this and that, and, I will help you with that. And I'm sorry that this happened to you. Whether I like you or not, I like your content and nobody should be treated like that. For what? For what? And listen, guys, let me tell you, I heard her call ADED. I heard it. And was it funny? Yeah, it was a little funny. AD has a sense of humor too. But when you threaten somebody, I mean, a few of you, can you all be wrong saying he threatened to go to her house? He wants to know where she lives. What the for coffee? What do you think that means? And people are saying he's been in trouble before. I've heard him say that. That was a stupid move then. That was a really stupid move. You guys know I used to work in jails and I went into prisons a few times and I was always able to go home. I kind of worked in, you know, even when it was selling my own greeting cards in the prisons. But I worked in the jails and I do know a little bit about things. I was in the witness protection program, so I know stuff and I'm still in contact with, you know, people. You always are. You always are, you know. And I really hope that AD, you know, I don't want to call him a liar or anything, but I really hope he's bluffing about the past, or it's so far behind him that this isn't gonna look bad for him, because I think what happened was everybody kinda lost their cool in the heat of the moment. That's why sometimes I can't do lives, because I know I'll lose it and something will be said. We gotta know ourselves. That's not cool. We all want what's right for the Whittakers, all of us. And when we bring information out there, whether it's right or whether it's wrong, we try to bring out the best information. And having this all turned on and around to take the distraction away from somebody else is crazy. AD, you said Toddy and Lady K and all of us were emotional in Lady K's live when Jessica and what was it, Elizabeth? I'm sorry if I get the other lady's name wrong, that we were emotional. Buddy, if I was emotional, I mean, what do you call this? What do you call this? Listen, I've been on AD's platform. I don't have anything against the guy, or he's been on my platform, I should say. I don't have anything against him, but I would certainly have something against him if he went and did that shit to me, and I would go ahead and follow what I'm telling Kathy to do, you know? So, anyway, that's what I have to say about that situation, and I'm addressing it because you guys have written to me about it, and, it did have to do with Justin, and, yeah, I'm part of this community. I wanna be a positive part of this community, and when this shit happens, this isn't being a positive part of the community, so I wanna be part of the solution, not the problem. And Kathy, if there's anything I can help you with, please reach out to me at toddy1skip@gmail.com. AD, I really hope, man, you're out here. You can do okay out here or not, that's on you. You need a channel for that, and, yeah. If that's what happened and you did that, and if anybody was coaxing you on and doing that, that stuff's gonna be reported. That stuff's gonna be reported, they're gonna look into it. Yeah, you guys should really look that up. If you think you know, you don't know. You should really look up the stages of what happens, because it comes through in waves and stages. You wake up and your channel's gone. Yeah, and then you get something at your house that you have to open, and then you start shaking like a leaf. Mhm. But once that happens, it's too late, because that happened to me. And people are like, "Oh, Toddy, I'm sorry, it's too late." Why weren't you sorry before? It's too late now. It's too late. And let me tell you something. I just want to be clear. Not only will I come after somebody, and not only have I gone after somebody criminally, when that's said and done, I go after them civilly. Yeah, I have no patience. And Kathy, if you do this, this is what I recommend. And then you'll let people know. Yeah, I might appear as an older person and weak, but yeah, I'm not. I'm not, you know. So, and again, if there's anything I can help you with, I'm hoping that maybe everybody's waking up and feeling better and thinking twice about what happened, and maybe making apologies for things because they got caught up in the heat of the moment. We'll see. All right, guys. I am gonna put that video together of Justin's after my court date today at 1 p.m. All right, or maybe before, to take my mind off of it. we'll see how much I could focus on what I need to focus on today and what happens with this snowstorm as well, because maybe it'll be postponed. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah. All right, guys, I'll see you. Thanks. Bing boing bing. Everybody has a story to tell with Toddy One Skip.